everybody, welcome to my May bullet journal plan with me. So for this month I chose my theme to be sort of an outdoorsy theme, and while I was watching Outer Banks I decided to make my bullet journal more Outer Banks themed. If you don't know what Outer Banks is, it's a Netflix TV show series that I am absolutely obsessed with. If you're my friend, I'm sure you're tired of me talking about it. So for this I just decided to do an outline of mountains for the cover page, and I'm just using my Prismacolor Fineliner and just doing my monthly calendar and writing May. And then I drew a little sun. It's pretty basic. So then I used my zebra Mildliner to color in the mountains gray, and I really liked the way it turned out. It was just kind of simple. And then I colored in the sun with the yellow, and then I outlined or shadowed the word May and the days of the week with my main colors for this month, which are red, orange, and yellow. So it's basically just like kind of a sunset theme is the vibe I wanted to go for. So now we're on to the quote page, and the quote page is from Ferris Bueller's Day Off, the movie. It's so good, go watch it. And the quote is, "Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it." And I chose this quote because I think it's a reminder I need sometimes. So now we're on to drawing the van. So I initially wanted to do a van because when you look up outdoors bullet journal themes, that's what you get. But then as I was watching Outer Banks, I noticed that there was this van that they all drive, and it's like they use it a lot in the show, and it's called the Twinkie. So I decided to model my bullet journal van as this, and I'll put a picture of what it looks like, and I think I did a pretty good job with it. My rough sketch was looking really rough, but I thought the final thing looked really good, and I think it does the show justice. So yeah, I'm just coloring it in with a mixture of Crayola Supertips and zebra Mildliners. So this is an overview of what the quote page and the cover page look like. And now we're on to the May monthly overview. That's what I'm gonna call it. I forget what it's called. So I did these bubble letters in the 3 primary colors for my month in my Mildliners. On screen, the orange doesn't look that orange, but I promise that in real life it's pretty orange. It's not as red as it appears. I don't know why I felt the need to defend it, but... And so now I'm just using my Prismacolor Fineliner. I think this is the 0.8. I use the 0.8 for pretty much every thick line. And then I took my Mildliners and outlined not my Mildliners, I took my Prismacolor Fineliner and I outlined the word for May. And then I took my Mildliners here and I just did little dots for each of the dates. I thought this was cute because it added a pop of color, because I didn't do too many doodles on this page, but it added a nice touch, I think. And so now I'm doing the boxes for my important dates and May favorites, and I used gray, but I don't really like the way the gray turned out. So here is my boxes for my goals and affirmations, and I did this in my black Fineliner, and I like the way that turned out a lot more. So now I'm doing the front part of the Twinkie from Outer Banks, and so I made sure to get the classic like giant Volkswagen VW. I wasn't able to get the details of like the hula dance people like I don't know what they're called, the little things that you put on your dashboard, those. And I had a hard time finding a front picture of the van, but this is what I found, and that's what I based my drawing off of, so yeah. And here I am just writing the key dates and affirmations. And here's an overview of what my spread looks like. I thought it looks really nice. I'm really proud of my month, like this month's spreads. So yeah. So now I'm going on to my gratitude log and my habit tracker. And for my giant drawing on this page, I decided to draw the lighthouse from Outer Banks. The lighthouse only shows up like a couple of times, I think in episode 3 or 2. I don't quite know. John B and Key go to it, and so I thought I should draw it. And to get this color, I used my Mildliner and my Crayola Supertip because I needed like a darker color. So that's just what I did for writing gratitude log. I alternated using my Mildliners, and I liked the way it looked, except I remembered that I forgot to write habit tracker below. So that's kind of an L. And so here I highlighted, as I normally do, every other line. And so here's onto the habit tracker part, and as I said before, I forgot to write habit tracker, and I also forgot to label my habit trackers, so I had to go back and fix that, but I didn't get it on camera. You guys know what they look like, and you can fill it in with whatever habits you guys want. So then I just outlined each and every one of the habit trackers with a color, just for fun. So then on the page next to it, I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do, so I ended up making it a brain dump, which is basically just a place I can write anything, I can vent, I can write what I'm feeling, just anything. So now we're on to a weekly spread for the first week of May, and I did the normal 9 boxes, so it's pretty simple. And for this last box, I decided to make it like a scenery, and so it's just the sun looking out over the water during the sunset. Pretty simple. I used 2 shades of blue to try and get like a highlight effect, a reflection. Didn't turn out that well, but it's okay. And I used a mix of Supertips and Mildliners to get the sunset. And here I am just taking the key colors and writing down May and then the tasks from a week. So yeah, I thought it looks pretty good. It's pretty simple, yeah, it's just simple and easy. That's it. This is just an overview of the spreads. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a good day.